At this stage, you have now designed your first business model to address landscape degradation. We now need to start testing your solution to understand if it will achieve its proposed ends and resonate well with our customers and stakeholders. This week, we're going to test the key assumptions made during the business model design phase to minimize potential risks of failures. First, we need to consider what are the key assumptions that you have made for your solution to work and if these actually hold true. Testing is essential to gain information to prove your business model concepts and help avoid misplaced investments of time and money. For instance, have you assumed the support of the government and that they will allow you to be eligible for subsidies? Have you assumed that a certain group of people would be customers and they would want to buy your new product or service? We can here also consider what assumptions on how our solution will positively impact upon the behaviour of the socio-ecological system. We can return to our systems mapping and try to understand how the solution will intervene in the system and cause it to work differently. Consider what assumptions we are making here. Next, consider what assumptions you have the least amount of data on that is most critical to the viability of the solution working. Or put another way, which assumption are you most uncertain of that is most critical to your success? We now need to construct ways of testing these assumptions. There are many different techniques for how you can test your business model on a small scale. Essentially, it is highly important to get some sort of external proof, and your previously established co-innovation network can really be highly useful in achieving this. Considering what ways can you test your assumptions that are least expensive and will offer you fast feedback. A key method is the conversational interview, whereby you interview a person of interest and learn from their feedback. For example, you may choose to validate your assumptions on your value proposition to the customer. You believe that a certain group of people would be willing to purchase your product solution and they will want to do this for a particular reason, say that it supports landscape restoration. We can pitch the solution to the person and learn from their reaction. Firstly, did they understand your solution? If not, what was not clear to them? Secondly, were they interested in the product? Why? Would they buy it? How much would they buy it for? Try to ask open-ended questions, such as, would you consider buying this product? And why would you consider buying this product? Try to invite honest feedback and do not defend your solution. Instead, just try to listen and note the feedback they give you. Depending on the assumption you're testing, you may want to receive feedback from really multiple sources, such as multiple potential customers. This will then give us a greater faith in the feedback we receive. When interviewing, don't forget to ask for referrals, and if the person wants to be involved further on, so you can get help with their input further on with our testing. We can also consider other forms of testing assumptions, such as simple experiments. For instance, you could make two different versions of a product with a variable changed, say its color or its shape. You could change the way you explain the solution, change the pricing, or change the construction of how the customer may purchase the product. Consider also making a form of a prototype. This can be a simple sketch, a physical model, or a diagram of how your solution would work. Prototypes help people understand your idea and can elicit really more precise feedback of what could be changed. Experiments are especially important to test the actual ecological impacts and benefits for landscape restoration of your idea. Often these experiments consist of small-scale implementation of a restoration idea and monitoring its impacts on a range of key ecological impact indicators. These experiments can be rather time-consuming, but necessary to justify the claim that your product has a positive environmental impact. Through the new information and insights, you can adapt and iterate your business model and lower the potential risk of false assumptions. Use the information to update our tools, such as systems analysis and the business model canvas. At the end of this week, you should feel confident about the key assumptions you have made and be able to identify potential future paths for your business model.